But like, you don't really go to bars. You go to strip clubs, but you don't really go to bars.
Okay, relax. Now you're just making me seem
no,
like
but
a
you don't
fucking
really go to.
degen.
You don't go to bars, really.
What do you mean?
You don't typically like on a Friday night, Saturday night.
You don't know what I do.
I kind of do.
Wonderful.
Where are you putting this?
I'm gonna put it as the superstar right in the middle.
You can put the light on too. Although I don't know if it's gonna like make it funky.
We'll just try it. I'll keep it loose and then I'll do it on camera. Okay, ready?
It might get fucked up. What are you laughing at already?
Joseph and I have already had a day. Is what it is.
We already had a date?
No. Speaking of dating.
Speaking of dating, going right into it.
No, Joseph and I have already had a day. D-A-Y, not date.
A day of what?
His father's wife made me this, and I think it is the cutest thing literally ever. Are you kidding me?
How cute.
That's adorable. I had seen when she made you your little Michael Myers one, and I was like, that is pure talent. I think I told you, I was like, she should sell this on Etsy.
She's selling it. She's doing sorry, my phone's tweaking right now. She's doing something this weekend in Coventry. It's some sort of like fair type deal. So she's gonna be selling. She did other ones too. She did I'll have to show you. I think it's in my Christmas collection. Like an upside down wine glass with like a scene inside of it.
Like, that's so smart.
Yeah,
and it's so cute. Like, that is adorable. That's an adorable little centerpiece. I think it would be really cute on my windowsill. Like, I have so many. You put it on a bookshelf. Yeah, we're recording.
Just making sure.
We're recording.
We're so bad at this.
Oh,
it's like
gosh.
4 months in, we still have to do this. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, yours is on your bookshelf that you don't use for books, but instead it has trinkets.
Well, I mean, how much use would books get on my shelf?
Probably none.
Well,
I mean, I'm just telling the truth here.
They would not get read.
No.
I don't have the attention span for reading.
It's okay, because I don't either. Maybe our topic should be reading instead.
That'd
But
be
it's
short.
not. But it's not.
That would be a very short topic.
Today's topic. This is really cute. Can you tell her I said thank you?
Yeah.
Does she watch it?
Yeah, shout it out.
Thank you. It's so cute.
There you go.
It's adorable. I love and appreciate it, and it's going to fit perfectly in my new-ish apartment.
You could put like a thing in there too.
A thing?
Like, I don't know. Like,
I kind of like the fairy lights. So.
okay, yeah. No, well, I mean, so mine with the Michael Myers, there's a white light or an orange light, I think, or maybe a red too. There's like 3 different lights. So when we do our Halloween spectacular
we can feature
October, I'll put it out here so we can see it.
Beautiful.
For show.
So today's episode is, we're going to call it Dating 101. Joseph and I have very different perspectives on dating, I think. We kind of touched base on it a little bit in the last episode, and then we said that we were going to do like a full-on episode of it. So this is the full-on episode of it.
Yeah.
It took me a solid like 10 minutes to try to remember what I had said last episode. I was like, there was something I said that I wanted it to be a full episode. And collaboratively, we finally came up with it. So Dating 101. Have you ever been on one of those like Hinge, Tinder, Facebook dating? Nick had a really bad date on a Facebook dating.
Because it's fucking Facebook. I mean, what do you expect?
I don't know. Maybe he like thought like, because they had like a mutual. I think they set you up with someone you have like a mutual.
Wait,
friend
so
with.
all right. So I'm sorry. Back up.
Okay.
Facebook has its own dating thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I've been out of that game for a minute.
Nick had been on one, and he said it was the worst date of his life.
What is it called?
I don't know. He
Like
just called it Facebook dating.
Face date?
Face dating? Face date?
Date book.
Ooh. Ready? Let's find out what it actually is called. But yeah, he had like the worst date of his life. And he never went back on it ever again. He said he would never do it ever again. essentially.
I mean,
but it sets you up with someone like that you have. It's literally called Facebook dating dash add love. Yeah, he like it's supposed to be someone that you would like kind of like not know, but like someone who knows them, so it's like safer, I guess, than like Hinge where you don't really, or Tinder where you don't really know the other person.
Right.
So like I like the idea of it. Like the idea is there, the execution's not there though. Apparently.
I don't know, man. I think it's like, unless you're doing the Tinder thing and you're like just trying to hook up, I don't see the purpose.
Have you done the Tinder thing to just hook up?
I think years ago when I was drunk one night with my friends who also had Tinder, downloaded it, and then the next day I immediately deleted it.
Really?
I don't want that shit. Yeah. No, I have to meet people out. I think it's just like we kind of talked about that, but
yeah,
I think it's just a weird, like, to intentionally look for love. I
but
just
like,
feel like that's just weird. Plus, here's the thing.
What if you're like starting to get like desperate because the time's
That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. Don't be so fucking desperate. Especially from the perspective of, and obviously guys and girls have to both be on the platform. Unless you're gay, whatever. But if you're a girl seeking a guy seeking a girl, you have to be on it. But I gotta be honest, like, guys that are on fucking dating apps and shit, that looks a little weird.
Well, I just went to a wedding in California 2 weekends ago, I guess at this point. And they had met on Hinge and now they're married. And it was a beautiful Indian wedding. Shout out to Manali and Dave. They don't watch this. I don't think they do, but shout out to them. But yeah, it was a beautiful wedding and they met on Hinge. So like clearly there's success stories.
I'm not saying
are we just too blindsided by the hate of these like apps to really understand the love?
I'm not saying that exceptions don't happen, but I also think that, if you're a girl looking for a guy on a dating app, I mean, you have to be looking for a specific kind of guy.
Yeah.
I think, because like what we talked about with people that are going to like are too nice and worship the ground you walk on, those are the guys that are probably on those dating apps. I just don't.
So you're saying my ex is on the dating app?
I'm not.
Probably.
But that's a specific, because it's like, as a guy, to go out of your way to look for, like, there's nothing wrong with it. Just to me, I don't know. I don't know how successful they are. I hear stories. Like, I have friends that do this shit, girls and guys, and it's like the stories I hear. It's like you're getting a very specific type of guy. It's either they want to just hook up, or they're not like man enough in a way. They're not like what you're gonna look for. I'm telling you.
Okay. How old were you when you first started dating?
Fucking 33.
Nah.
No, but I didn't really date very much.
So how old were you when you had your first date?
I don't know what you classify as a date, but like I really didn't, like, relationship wise, like I didn't get into a relationship until like way later, because by the time I got out of high school and I did a 4-year stint at CCRI, and then I went to Bryant for another like 2 years to finish, then grad school, okay. And I was working this whole time, and like I didn't live on campus, so I wasn't meeting a ton of people either, and I was more focused on. So how old were you when you had your first like girlfriend? I was 13 with my first boyfriend. It's not like a fucking count.
It does count.
No, where did you go? The fucking sandbox? Fuck.
Yes. No.
I was 13.
No. Was I 13? Yes, I was 13. But yeah, like it still counts. Like, was it like a real like we?
Okay,
like,
then I was 7. I was 7.
You were 7.
Yeah, and I had a girlfriend, and we used to talk on the phone after school. Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
You little soft.
And then she broke my heart, and
I was talking to Nick about breaking hearts. I don't remember what it was, but we had watched a show, and they were like, "He broke my heart," and I was like, Nikki, has anyone ever broken your heart? Because this kid, like, one of the first conversations that we had was, has anyone ever, like, broken like hearts before? Like, has he ever or have I ever?
Mm-hmm.
And like, this kid has broken a lot of girls' hearts. So I was like, has anyone ever broken yours? And he was like, yeah, my first girlfriend, because he was a freshman and she was a senior, and she broke up with him. And
it
was,
honestly, you know what happens?
What?
It takes one to ruin it.
Really?
It always happens. Guys naturally want to be like you're my everything and blah, blah, blah. And then once they get fucked over or they just get burnt or they just get broken up with, like your little heartbreak, that changes a guy. It only takes one.
What was yours that changed? Like, what was like, you don't have to go into details of it, but like, at what point was that? Was it like a girl breaking up with you? Is that the point that you changed? Like your intuition of love, your perception of love?
I think so. I think like, and not even somebody I had dated, but like somebody I was almost like, it's like an infatuation thing when I was younger, kind of thing. And it just was like, I was just like locked in on a
and it
false,
wasn't reciprocated.
and it not really, not really. So then it just kind of over time, but it really was like more of an infatuation. But like when you're younger and you're like so locked in on somebody and it just doesn't work for whatever reason. Have
you ever been like, were you ever the kind of person who was super in love with somebody and like they literally like friend zoned you at all?
Yeah, that was that.
Oh, that was that situation.
Me. Yeah, for sure. And that was that. And it was so bad because like everybody fucking knew.
Oh,
everybody
that's
fucking
hard.
knew. Yeah, and it's nobody's fault really. It's just that was more of like an infatuation.
So now this is why Joe is the way he is. He doesn't go on dates now because of this one.
No. I won't do dating apps, but if I meet somebody out in regular life, like, yeah, that's different though.
Like, where's the ideal spot to meet someone? Like, would you, because you don't
Foxy
really go out
lady.
to the strip club. Actually, you did make some very fine friends. Fucking lady, the last time you went.
Friends. Yeah.
But like, you don't really go to bars. You go to strip clubs, but you don't really go to bars.
Okay, relax. Now you're just making me seem
no,
like
but
a
you
fucking
don't really
degen.
go to. You don't go to bars, really.
What do you mean?
You don't typically like on a Friday night, Saturday night.
You don't know what I do.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Like you don't like casually go out to a like.
I go out with.
Like you do your crawl. You do like sometimes like.
Are you saying I'm a hermit right now?
Like cheese comes over your house. Like you don't typically like go out.
Well, I do, but it's sparse in a way because like most of my friends are married with kids. To go out on a random.
So you're limiting yourself to the opportunities of meeting someone when you're out because.
Not really, because look at even yesterday, like we did a dirty water shoot. There could have been somebody there. Like you never know.
I have a feeling that you're going to meet someone on your Block Island trip that you do annually. It's gonna. That's gonna be. That's not gonna be the time, Island, babe.
That's not gonna be the fucking time to meet me either.
Sail away on the Block. Why?
Because I'm gonna be.
You're on vacation mode at that point.
Yeah, but I'll be with two of my friends and fucking blitzed. Yeah, the whole weekend. So they're gonna get me in my darkest hour.
Joe Turn is my favorite thing ever. He does the McGregor walk, and then like he just gets like subconsciously louder and just like.
You know what it is? It's I was just saying this to somebody. The WAP accent just comes out.
I don't understand.
Worse. Like I don't know why either, but that's always like not just me. That's been a thing with people. Like maybe it's like ingrained if you have any Italian in you that like when you get drunk you just start getting fucking like Spockoni. That's bad.
No, it's a great thing, but
I'm not an angry drunk either.
No, you're never an angry. You're like a funny drunk.
Yeah,
like it's actually the best. There's some people out there that I'm like, you know what? I like the drunk versions of themselves a lot, and you're one of them. Nick is another one, but sometimes Nick gets to be a lot. But I also date him, so that's why.
But all right, so he's fairly like mild tempered. Does he get like turned? Like, does he get silly?
Like he gets like extremely silly, and then it's like just
good,
like
though.
Annoying. No, it's so bad. It's like he's sticking his fingers in like whole crevices, like in my ear, like just.
The shit that you do when you're fucking sober. Oh, that sucks that you don't like it when he's drunk.
It's just like stupid shit like that I like can't stand.
That's fun though.
For other people, not for me. Yeah. What is like? Can you name off what was the best first date that you've done? Do you feel comfortable doing that or no?
I had the best first date. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them have been like fucking
great.
Uh-huh.
No, like you've never gone out and wined and dined a gal and she like immediately was like, I'll pay for it, and she like slid the server her card and that never happened. You don't have like a really great first date?
You clearly do.
No, well, okay, so I can tell you the first dates that I've been on.
You're gonna be like, we had our coloring books.
No, I told you about the really bad first. Shut up. I told you about the really bad. It wasn't like a first date, but it was one of our first dates. About the zoo, and he stuck the gum. I talked about that. Yeah. So that one was a really bad one. I could tell you. So I love the first date that Nikki and I did because we played, like, our technical first date was when we played basketball, and it was a lot of fun. And it was really
you
cute.
Probably got smoked.
He's also 6'3", so like he like towered over me.
He could have given you all the room, and it still wouldn't matter.
Not true.
If he was gonna let you win, bro, he'd still be there.
Stop it.
I've seen your basketball
skills. My basketball skills are better than my skateboarding skills. You and I can both agree to that
bar,
one.
It couldn't be lower. But anyway, continue.
So my boyfriend that I had at 13, not a great first date. I had one in high school. First date was, I think, like his basement. Like, not great.
I mean, right to the point.
Not great. Well, he like lived, his room was in the basement of his house. So it was like, anyways. First date with someone in college, pretty crappy because we didn't really do anything. We just kind of got drunk and hung out in the dorms. So like first date that I can remember that was actually like good, besides Nikki's because that's biased, would be the guy who like broke my heart when I was 16. Or no, I think I was like 15, 14. I don't know. I was a freshman. He was a senior. Another situation like that. But he took me to Mount Monadnock, which is in New Hampshire. And it's an easy hike. It's like an hour up, hour and a half up, like hour down. And we hiked all the way to the top. And I was super weird and strange and a little scene kid. So he made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the shape of a dinosaur, because I just really like loved that kind of stuff. And we had sandwiches at the top of Mount Monadnock, and then we like hiked it, obviously, and then we hiked all the way down, and it was just really nice. It was a nice little first date at 14, 15 years old.
That's pretty cool.
And then his sister gave him shit after and was like, well, you already set the bar really high for a first date, so what are you gonna do next? Because we were only in high school. So
well, they got dinosaur chicken nuggets, so there you go.
That was our next. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, did you go to Roger Williams?
Yes.
Oh, that was a different date.
No, that was the different guy.
The aquarium.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing too. Like, you have to really think about places to go and like what to do, especially if you go like not in the summer, I guess.
I think it's hard to come up as a guy, I would assume. I think it's hard to come up with like a really great first date. Is it? Like, as a guy, like I feel like you have this like standard of like what you're supposed to do.
And it's yes like, and no. But I mean, that
do I just bring her out for dinner? Do I do this? Do I do this? Like,
I will say
what
this.
do I wear? Like,
this is my advice to guys out there too. All right. If you're going to go out, if you're going to take a girl out, don't play the fucking game of like, well, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Just pick a spot and go.
If I played that game, like, nothing would get done. I would go nowhere.
But you would also, a female typically would lose interest because they want the guy to just fucking take them somewhere, right? And if the restaurant sucks, it sucks. But like, just fucking make a decision and be like, all right, hey, we're going to go here.
You know what you can do is you can ask me for food recommendations, and that way you never take her to a place that sucks.
Well, that's true too, I guess, if you have the conversation. But the point is like, yeah, maybe don't go to a place that's like,
don't take her to Chili's or Applebee's on the first date.
Don't go.
Date.
Yeah,
maybe second, but not first.
Maybe if you're in high school, I guess. But if you're like older, don't take her to a fucking chain. Unless it's Davenport's.
No, we had Davenport's the other day.
Wow, what'd you get? Was it good?
It was when we were coming back from California and nothing else was open. It was like a Monday. Got Davenport's and I looked at the menu and I was like, let's just get it. And he was like, why? Because I thought you hated their food. And they have a summer menu that has like lobster rolls and stuff. So I got a lobster roll and it was good. It was fine.
See?
It was a lobster roll.
Right then. Shout out Davenport.
Shout out Davenport.
But yeah, I wouldn't take her out to a chain restaurant. But again, as the guy, if you're gonna just do a date, just pick the whole activity.
Everyone knows that Joe would take someone to George's because that's his go-to forever and always.
It is my go-to.
Mine would be Los Andes. If I was a guy, I would be like Los Andes.
Yeah,
but you know that.
Oh, you would want to go to Los Andes.
I would want to go. If I was a guy, I would be like, we're going to Los Andes.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It's a great one.
That's a good one.
It's a great little like first date spot and it's like cute and it's fun. But then again, I don't do dinner on the first date. So I probably would do like, I really love activities. Like let's go mini golfing or let's go.
Yeah.
What is it? Time zone, time machine, whatever in R1. It's called Time Mission, I think now. Mm. I'm not really a fan of the axe throwing, but like even that, I'll take that over. Yeah. Over like dinner. I love food. It's just I don't like that like stagnant conversation. It feels very forced. So I'd rather go. Yeah, mini golf I think would be the best thing for me. I love mini golf. I'm not great. Yeah. But like it's fun.
I've done
You're
that
moving
one.
Around.
Yeah.
Like maybe Top Golf when Top Golf comes to Cranston.
That's a good one. Yeah, for sure.
I've never gone. Have you?
No, but I would and go. I'm not. I do not have the hand-eye coordination for that. But I feel like
it would be fun though.
It would be fun. I would be fucking terrible at it.
It's okay.
But
it's just
I would check it out. Yeah, I mean, I've done the mini golfing thing, or like I've been to a driving range and I was fucking terrible. But like, I guess I know what you're saying. It's like, it's if you're just sitting at dinner, it could be like if you're sitting across from somebody. But then again,
I feel like it just calls for like. Like there's gonna be times where things are just like silent because you're not really sure like what to talk about or like but like I don't want to like force it. Like I don't want to be on the
but that's how you're gonna but that's how you're gonna read people too. And you know what's great about going out if you're just going to dinner one-on-one is the people watching, because then you could tell like if you're like, oh, check out this one, right? And depending on how they react, bro, stop this.
All right. If you could choose your ideal, so let's say there's a 13-year-old kid right in front of you, right? 13 years old.
Why?
There's a 13-year-old kid. He asks you for dating advice. What is the number one dating advice that you would give to a 13-year-old boy?
That's different than what I would give an adult.
Okay, so give the adult one first then.
As far as the dating advice?
Dating advice. Well, number one, like
number one
rule.
is if just you control the date, as far as like pick the activity, pick where to go, have it already planned out in your head, whether she knows it or not. Because if she knows it, then she has a way to be like, you got to catch her off guard. Plus, she's going to actually appreciate the fact that you took the bull by the horns. She's not going to want this fucking, well, where do you want to go? What do you want? Girls don't want to fucking deal with that. They want a guy that's just going to be like, let's go. And then you just go wherever you go. But if you bring her to a fucking chain restaurant and that's your decision, you fucked up.
You gotta.
You fucked up.
I was gonna say you gotta fully commit at that point.
Yeah,
you gotta make up for it somehow. I don't know how to come back from that, but
what would your dating advice be to
a gal?
Yeah, because what you would say to a guy would be like the opposite, really.
Irrelevant, probably, because
you guys say that you say the things that you think that you want, and you don't really want those things. So go ahead.
I don't know if that's accurate. I think that's
gender
stereotypical.
roles, bro.
Stereotypical.
But you expect the guy to pay on the first date, as you said last time, right? So
I do.
All right. So then some gender roles have to have a play here, right?
That's the only one.
Oh yeah, that's the only one. Fucking full of shit. Go ahead. What's your dating advice?
Okay. If there was a little gal, or no, we're gonna do adult version.
An old hag.
We're gonna do an adult version. Oh wait, you have a mini fridge now?
I told you.
I thought you said I'm getting a mini fridge.
I did, and then when I got it, because Pops brought it.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
I said, I got the mini fridge. There's nothing in it when it's on. I got to put waters.
You got to put waters.
And Modelo's.
Yep, and Joey Delos.
And Gans's.
Wow, it looks so nice. It just caught my eye.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, advice that I would give to someone who is going out on a date is going to sound so cheesy and you're going to be like, Camilla. But it's like, be the most authentic version of yourself. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like, and I do this too. Mm-hmm. And girl, I don't know if this is like a girl thing or a guy thing, but initially, like sometimes, and I did this before when I was younger, but like you almost try to be the person that like you think that person would like. Like
sure.
if, so at the time, the really bad date where I went to Roger Williams Park, this kid was like, he was older than me. He was like he was in a band. So like I played the cool girl. Like I was the cool girl. I was the girl, like instead of kind of being like my typical self of just being like a little weird, a little dorky, like I like sandwiches cut in dinosaur shape. Like that was who I was at that time. I played like the cool girl, the girl that like, and like I was a merch girl. Like any guy that would want, I would put up this like really front. Like I played this cool girl, and that wasn't me. So I feel like that would be like my most accurate advice that I would give to a girl, because I tend to, if I'm not, when I was younger, if I wasn't being my true self, like I took on other personalities of like, not intentionally, but it was just like, who would this guy, like this guy wouldn't like me for the way that I am. So I have to try to be this kind of person that I think that they would like, because they were in a band and they were cool and they were this and they're that.
We should put a mirror up, and you should have this affirmation when it comes to Rebecca.
Rebecca is my social media. Like that's just like.
But is it your authentic self? It is.
It is.
But
it's turned on a notch. It's turned up a notch is what it is.
Fair.
Rebecca is like what Joe calls my social media stint of being like, what's up, guys?
Yeah, like that's like everything I would fucking hate.
Like, I talk like myself. I'm just turned up. Like I'm on.
Yeah, but see how you talk now? This is more.
This is how anyone would talk in a conversation.
This is more authentic.
Imagine if I talk to you the way that I do on social media. Yeah, Joe.
We wouldn't be friends.
We wouldn't? What do you mean?
Yeah, no, because I wouldn't be able to have this conversation.
I know. I wouldn't either.
Right, exactly. So that's the point.
Like that's so exhausting. So I feel like that would be my advice. It's very like soppy, and it's very like, I don't know. I feel like mine was a little more like than yours. Like yours was like straightforward, but mine is just through experience, and I learned a lot through dating, especially at such a young age, and then dating guys that were older than me. So I don't know when I flipped the script, and now I date guys younger because Nikki's almost 2 years younger.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you're the old one.
So I'm the old one now. Maybe that's what like made me change, where I was like, you can just be yourself now. Because I wasn't trying to impress these like older guys.
I think when you're out and you're just dating, or like a first date kind of thing, everybody is a little bit guarded and tries to be a certain way, because some of those quirks and shit, like you're gonna want to hide some of those.
They can be a very big turnoff. That's for sure.
Yeah, because if you see everybody, oh shit. All right, well,
our camera just died.
It's just the battery, so let me switch it.
Okay.
Keep them going.
To be honest, I feel like we could probably wrap this up.
How many minutes are we?
We're at...
Because this isn't getting cut. This is still on.
28 minutes. I feel like at a 30-minute mark, we're good. Joseph's struggling to try to put in a battery. We'll probably wrap it up anyways. I kind of wanted to end it with, what's that one piece of advice that you would give to a kid who is in front of you, or a person? We don't have to say kid, just either male or female. And obviously the male and females, we're back.
We were on the whole time.
No, I know, but we're on for YouTube now. Male and females, I feel like the advice differs between the two of them, and it is what it is. But the moral of the story for me is that I think the best dates are the ones where you can actually just like be yourself. And of course, like you said, like sometimes, I mean, do you really have to like hone in some of your quirks? Like if you don't feel comfortable, maybe, but like if you feel comfortable enough with that person, like those little quirks can come out. Like Nikki and I on our first date, we were singing really badly because he can't sing either in the car to like old 90s like jams, and we were like kind of just like dancing, and it was just stupid.
But
and
that's that's just silliness. That's not like, I'm saying people usually, if you're in a relationship and dating, like then definitely be like your authentic self, because if you're just going to try to mold yourself to be in that relationship or stay in that relationship, you're gonna fuck yourself, and you're gonna waste your time and their time.
Wow, we agree on something. Oh, we like touched.
Oh no.
Let's do that again.
Yeah, that was bad. Hold on. Are you doing right or left? Right.
This is my right.
Maybe I'll do left.
Okay, ready? That
was
one.
better. Yeah, we weren't supposed to actually touch on that one. All right. Yeah, so moral of the story is, if you're a guy, take the bull by the horns. As far as picking the activity.
I was going to say.
Yeah. No, don't
twist that. Don't twist
read the signs, right? Read the signs. Don't be a fucking degen.
And if you're a girl, have fun, be yourself.
And make sure you pay.
Do not pay. We love you guys so much.
Dude, that's a whole thing about gender roles, because as much as you try to like break down that wall, but then immediately
don't let me pay though.
But see, that's the thing. So you want a guy to pay, right? And you also want
it.
a guy. You want a guy to pay, which is for a traditional like guy. There's nothing wrong with that. We expect to pay
for Joe
to take you out.
For Joe, we have a problem. Then would you care?
What do you mean?
Would you pay? I think we talked about that.
We did.
Yeah.
If I'm taking you out, then I'm going to pay. But again, once you're into the relationship, then it's like all bets are off. Like a lot of times you go 50-50, or I pay for this and you pay for that.
That's what we do.
Right. So because you're already in the relationship. But when you're in the dating phase, like at least the first one, like.
That's what I agree on. I'm not saying everyone, but at least the first.
Right. So you expect the guy to pay on the first date. That's a gender role that you think a guy should do. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just what I prefer.
And I think that you should wash dishes and cook.
All right, you're done.
No, I'm just kidding.
We love you guys so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Joseph is in timeout, and we'll see you guys.
But how come that's okay, right? You would expect, and I heard this somewhere too. I know you're trying to end this so bad, but you expect a guy to, right? If y'all had a house,
yes,
who'd cut the grass?
I don't mind cutting the grass.
Bro, you always have to say shit.
I don't mind.
But you would
get
probably...
me the lawn cutter that you sit in.
But you would expect...
I would love that.
You're so full
I would
of
love
fucking
that.
shit.
All right.
You're so full of shit. She has to paint this fucking...
No, it's the truth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't mind. My friend Heather, she calls things blue jobs and pink jobs. So like a pink job is like washing the dishes, but cleaning out the drain, she calls it a blue job. So like she calls her husband over to clean out the drain after. Nick is like, "Oh my God, Heather." Yeah.
I think that's my friend
Heather.
Cooking
really
and cleaning
cute.
is like a probably a mutual.
Yeah.
Like I used to clean, and she used to cook. Like, cause I don't cook, and I'll fuck up your dinner. But that was just because like I don't cook. But there's a lot of guys that cook.
Nikki doesn't cook, but he helps me cook, and then we like clean together.
Right.
For the most part, or if that day for whatever reason I did most of the cooking, then he cleans. It is.
And you cut the grass apparently.
Yeah, I do.
So full of fucking shit.
Well, we love you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in another episode. Bye.
Bro, you're so
full of shit.
Because you're so full of shit. You say it.